I'm Tom Friedman, a columnist for the New York Times. I'm back in Cairo. I was here almost a year ago for the Tahrir Square revolution. My impressions a year later, there's a curious and interesting balance of power that's emerged here. On the one hand, you have the army. They're going to be obviously a key player. You now have the Muslim Brotherhood and the Salafists, but you also have the liberal parties, the secular revolutionaries who actually drove the revolution, people like Zyad Elelaimy. We followed Zyad in November when he was running for parliament. Now he's in the parliament. Why people like him are so important is that he was really one of the leaders of the Tahrir Square uprising. And what's interesting is a year later he's now in parliament. That's the good news. The bad news, though, is that the revolution isn't over here. Do you now feel we went from the street now into parliament? You've been legitimated. It's not just a bunch of guys in Tahrir Square. You know, you've won. You're not the majority.
We have both.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Yeah.
We have
you have
both.
Inside the parliament and outside the parliament. That's a good point.
We have
Interesting.
both. Yeah, I'm going to the first session of parliament in 23 of January, and 25th of January I'll be in the street.
انت دلوقتي محتاج كل صوت عشان الناس بتاعتك تنجح وتنزل هنا وتقول لهم احنا نجحنا وانتوا ما بتشتغلوا.
The legitimacy is still in the street because we didn't get the demands of the revolution yet.
Right. It doesn't truly reflect yet. You
Yeah.
know. What should the United States do?
Your country supported the dictatorship in our countries for a long time to keep stability in the Middle East with Israel. And you now discovered that supporting dictatorship don't make Israel safe. Last year experience telling all the world that the people here have the power and they'll come again. So if you didn't support them demands, you will lose them. They will lose the relationship between your country and our country.
What I hear you saying, to say a revolution has happened here yet is really an exaggeration. The revolution hasn't happened. I mean, or it is certainly not over.
It's happening now.
It's happening, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
This is the revolution, basically.
Yeah, but you're standing in the wrong area. You're standing to support the power holder, not the power movements.
Since the mid-1970s, since Camp David, we are so used to supporting the army here as our natural ally. And what was good for the Egyptian army was good for us. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case anymore. The revolution here is at a more critical stage than ever. The Constitution is about to be written. The rules of the game are about to be defined. And the first post-revolutionary president of Egypt is about to be inaugurated. How those rules are written and who that next president is, I think will really certainly determine the early success or failure of this incredible and incredibly exciting experiment.